Hello, everyone. So I'm still reviewing my top 10 favorite movies. And number 8 this week is the 2007 version of Hairspray, which is based off of the Broadway play, which is based off of the 1988 Hairspray movie, written and directed by John Waters. And in this video by Yhara Zayd, I hope I said her name right, The White Gaze of Hairspray, I highly recommend checking out the whole video and her whole channel. I love her. She talks about the white gaze and how it's through the white perspective, everything that happens with, the integration and just the whole story. But I want to talk about one specific thing, who Corny Collins was based off of. So Corny Collins was based off of Buddy Deane. So in real life, there was a show called The Buddy Deane Show, which was pretty much the same show as in Hairspray. There were dances, they had the talent stuff. It was really hip. So they had that in Baltimore in real life. John Waters loved it growing up. So that's what Hairspray is inspired by. And in the Hairspray movies and play, Corny Collins is all for integration. However, Buddy Deane in real life was not. So like in the movie, when the black and the white dancers dance together during the live broadcast, that actually happened in real life, except on the Buddy Deane show, it did not go well. They were having, issues with whether to integrate or not, and the station did not want to integrate. And so that caused the cancellation of the show. And Buddy Deane was not happy about it. He said it was the demise of his show. And he was willing to give Black people more days, but not integrate the show. So they had Black Mondays in real life on the Buddy Deane show. In the movies and the play, it's called Negro Day. So he was willing to give them more Black Mondays and have Black artists come on the white days, but not integrate them. And the teenagers on the white teenagers, who were regulars, were called the committee members. So the committee, they claimed, hell yeah, we're all for desegregation, but our parents wouldn't like it. So they're blaming their parents, which I guess since the show got canceled because of protesters coming and dancing, interracially, it did cause a problem. So that's why the show got canceled, and Buddy Deane was not happy about it. And I find that really interesting that John Waters, he really loved that show. And it was really a fond memory to him. But in Yhara Zayd's video, she talks about how they only interviewed one Black dancer from the show. And the Black dancers weren't even regulars. It was just people who would volunteer for the Black Mondays. So they didn't even have a say, really. They just would come on, whoever. And the Black dancer said that, she was not checking for the show like the white people were. White people were running home. Like John Waters said, that was a real thing. People would run home and want to watch the show. But the Black people, because most of the days it was just the white people dancing on the show, they weren't tuning in. They were only tuning in on Black Mondays, basically. Or if a Black artist came on the white days. And so it made me think there are a lot of public white figures that, history tells us certain things about them, but, the truth is very different. So I think that John Waters, since he loved the show so much, he wanted it to be where they had the happy ending and everything integrated and the show kept going, but it didn't happen that way in real life. And I think that's something that happens kind of a lot, especially with history. There's a lot of things that get re-envisioned to be positive, but they're not really positive. And so I thought that was really interesting thing that I wanted to point out about this movie and this, reimagining of the Buddy Deane show. So yeah, and I'm going to talk more about the white gaze of Hairspray because I actually thought about this video while I was watching the movie, but I didn't watch this until after I finished the movie. But I can definitely see a lot of her points. And I'm going to go more into it once I make my own review of Hairspray, the 2007 version. So yeah, stay tuned for that. It's going to come out on Friday.